left hook upstairs.
All of the sounds you're hearing, believe it or not, are not real. In cinema, everything is produced from imagination. Even something as simple as the crunches of snow. Though sound effects can be made by effect editors using computer software, there are still particular sounds that are difficult to make. They also need to be created to perfectly sync with what's on the screen. This is where the genius of Foley artists come in. Foley artists are highly creative and detailed observers of sound. Their craft resides in the post-production process where they recreate everyday sounds using a plethora of objects on a Foley stage. For example, a plunger filled with paper napkins turns into the footsteps of a mythical beast. And on the other hand, digging into a melon creates... To get a better idea of what a Foley artist does, we had the pleasure of interviewing Alyson Dee Moore, an established Foley artist of 45 years who has been working at Warner Bros. For the past 27 years. Alyson has formed quite the repertoire. She's worked on Nolan's Inception and Interstellar, and even Frozen.
Got turned upside down.
Oh, too hard! I'm sorry.
Though her experience is beyond impressive, her favorite projects she's worked on were The Batman, The Prestige, and Interstellar, where she got to work with actual astronaut suits. Alyson only gets either a mere 5 days or 6 weeks to work on a feature film. Alyson loved working on The Batman as she got 6 weeks to work on it with no time constraints. A workday would look like working closely with her partner, Christopher Moriana. Firstly, the Foley editor tells them what the film is about and lets them know about certain props they'll need to use for certain scenes. Together, they watch the first reel and split up their characters to organize who is working on what. From then on, it's all of the physical work. For maximum efficiency, they do their scenes together. They have to go back and forth with directors and supervisors through giving or receiving notes about their scenes. Now, breaks are important, and they take many during the day, eventually wrapping up at 4:30 p.m. and rarely going into overtime. Like other artists in the film industry, Foley artists can join the union. The most popular option is the Motion Pictures Editors Guild, also known as the IATSE Local 700. Union membership means guaranteed minimum rates that productions must pay their Foley artists. On average, a Foley artist can make about $400 to $450 per day on a union project. Alyson is protected by the IATSE Local 700 and strongly recommends upcoming filmmakers to join unions. The Foley artist is an extremely important job designed to enhance the auditory experience of cinema. However, we still take sound for granted. I mean, think about it. We always say that we're watching movies, not that we're listening to them. And so to really drive in how important sound is, we'll show you our own example of a scene we made with Foley. What a difference it made, adding character and depth to the scene. We asked Alyson for some advice on how we could make these sounds. Using her advice, we used Just this 1-minute video we made took us 3 hours. Imagine how much skill and imagination it takes to provide sound for a whole feature. The work of a Foley artist is a work of intricacy, transforming normal objects otherworldly. It is safe to say that without Foley artists, the films we've watched and listened to wouldn't hold the same magic.